Has it ever happened to you that you think that the most full moments of energy and intimacy will no longer return? A 72-year-old man came to see me some time ago and shared a phrase that made me rethink how we understand male health. I believed that my intimate life had come to an end until I added only 4 different vegetables to my diet. Without resorting to pills or extreme solutions, his personal vitality and safety increased remarkably. My name is Dr. Mario Alonso Puy. I have spent more than 30 years dedicated to male health, guiding men over 60 to improve their energy circulation and well-being, many times without the need for aggressive drugs. Today, you will discover how only 4 common vegetables can transform your circulatory health, clear essential arteries, including those keys to intimacy, and bring your personal energy back to life. Stay until the end, because the 4th vegetable is one that almost no one mentions, but its effect is so immediate that even the most skeptical doctors are speechless. Before continuing, I invite you to follow this channel and activate the bell to receive more advice that can make a difference in your well-being and your relationships after 60. If what you have heard so far has brought you something, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, put 0, and tell me how I can give you more useful content. Let's get to the point. Imagine that the secret to revitalizing your intimate life after 60 is not in a pharmacy, but in your own kitchen. And if you deserve to know exactly what it is about and how to take advantage of it, let's start with beetroot, a powerful ally that stimulates the natural production of nitric oxide. When I began to suggest it to some of my older patients, more than one looked surprised at me. Some even laughed. Beetroot, yes, beetroot. At first, many said in an incredible tone, "Really, doctor?" But a few weeks passed, and they returned with a different smile. "Something has changed. I feel more energetic. My relationship as a couple has improved remarkably." They shared. Their eye understood that we were not talking about just any food. We were facing a natural source capable of reactivating the vital flow of the body. What makes beetroot so effective? It contains a high concentration of natural nitrates that the body transforms into nitric oxide. This compound has the ability to relax and widen the blood vessels, favoring better circulation throughout the body. The result is a greater supply of oxygen and nutrients, especially in those key areas for vitality and intimate well-being. As the years go by, the body loses efficiency in the production of nitric oxide, which can translate into cold hands and feet, a constant feeling of fatigue, and, in many cases, problems in intimate life. But there is encouraging news. Recent studies have shown that beetroot juice can stimulate circulation in a remarkable way, and in just a few hours. Research has shown that older adults who add beetroot juice to their daily routine experience an improvement in physical resistance and more balanced blood pressure. But let's put the numbers aside for a moment. When your circulation improves, not only do you notice it in the body, but also in the mind. You feel more awake with energy and ready to face the day. It's not just about surviving the day, but about feeling it intensely. That feeling of fullness is key for both emotional bonding and physical connection. Beetroot, in addition to its nitrates, is loaded with antioxidants such as beta-alanines and vitamin C, which help protect the internal walls of the arteries and promote a healthier heart and mind. Several of my patients have shared that after a few weeks including roasted beetroot or mixed in their diet, they began to feel a renewed warmth, not only in their hands and feet, but also in their intimate life. Do you want to start taking advantage of the benefits of beetroot? An easy way is to prepare it as part of a simple salad. Cook some pieces until they are tender, cut them into slices, and add a splash of olive oil with a touch of natural lemon juice. Lemon not only provides freshness, but it can also enhance the production of nitric oxide in the body, amplifying its positive effects. Another delicious option is to mix beetroot in a blender along with forest fruits, a handful of spinach, or even a little ginger if you prefer a more intense flavor. That's just the first protagonist of our list. But be careful when you combine it with the next vegetable that we are going to discover. The result can be even more powerful, raising both the circulation and your energy levels remarkably. If you have come this far and want to continue discovering more, leave me a 1 in the comments to know that you are with me. Let's go with the second on the list. Spinach, a real treasure for the circulatory system that many overlook. I remember a 68-year-old man who came to see me worried because he felt a disconnection with his partner, not emotionally, but physically. The doctor confessed to me, "I don't recognize myself. I don't want to start with pills, but I know something has to change." My suggestion was clear and direct. Incorporate spinach in your daily meals. At first, he looked at me with skepticism, as if I had told him something crazy, but he tried. A month later, he returned this time with a different smile. "Something has unlocked," he told me, and it is a wonderful feeling. Spinach may not win awards for its appearance, but what they carry inside is pure gold for your health. Like beetroot, they are a natural source of nitrates. Once in the body, these compounds turn into nitric oxide, a substance that favors the expansion of blood vessels and improves circulation. The result, a freer blood flow to key areas such as the heart, the brain, and also those related to intimacy and desire. In addition to its natural nitrates, spinach is loaded with magnesium and potassium, two essential minerals that help maintain stable blood pressure and promote muscle relaxation. With age, it is common for blood vessels to become more rigid, making circulation more difficult. Magnesium, in particular, acts as a natural softener of the arteries, helping to improve blood flow and relieve tension. When the circulatory system is relaxed, the body responds better and becomes more receptive to intimate and spontaneous moments. And that's not all. It also helps to maintain a healthy hormonal balance. And here comes a less-known benefit. Spinach also supports hormonal balance. The magnesium they contain is essential to maintain healthy levels of testosterone, while its antioxidants, such as lutein and vitamin C, help to reduce inflammation in the arteries. The result, a more controlled blood pressure, greater physical capacity, and a renewed energy that is noticeable on a daily basis. Do you not usually eat spinach? No problem. Integrating them into your daily meals is easier than you think. You can mix a handful in your breakfast smoothie or add them to your scrambled eggs. They also work very well in a sandwich or wrapped in an omelet. And if you prefer hot dishes, add them to soups or stews. They provide nutrients without altering the flavor. Over the course of the day, incorporating these simple habits begins to make a real difference. You feel more energetic, more vital, and more present in your relationships. And the most interesting thing is this. Spinach gives better results when it is part of a diet designed to maintain circulation. Because there is another very common food, often ignored, that not only improves blood flow, but also acts as a natural cleaner of the arteries from the inside. Let's go with the next ingredient. Number 3 on our list is garlic, a real ally of circulation. When we talk about garlic, many immediately associate it with tasty dishes such as pasta or sautéed. But in men over 60, its value goes far beyond taste. Garlic can be a powerful tool to improve circulation, regain confidence, and strengthen the connection in the couple. I share with you the case of a patient who experienced it in his own flesh. I am referring to a 71-year-old man who confessed to me that he had been avoiding intimacy. It was not out of lack of desire, but out of shame. Deficient circulation and lack of energy made him feel limited, and over time, he had surrendered to the situation. Instead of indicating a pharmacological treatment, I proposed something simpler to him. Start adding fresh garlic to your daily cooking. I recommended crushing 1 or 2 cloves, letting them rest briefly, and then adding them to your usual dishes. At first, he hesitated. He was not very convinced, but he decided to try. 3 weeks later, he returned to the consultation with a totally different expression. "Doctor, I don't know what has changed, but I feel warmer in my body, more energy as if I were me again." And what is the secret of garlic? Everything is due to a compound called allicin, which is activated by cutting or crushing garlic cloves. This natural substance helps to flex the arteries and improve circulation by facilitating the relaxation of the blood vessels, thus contributing to maintaining a stable pressure. For mature men, this is of special importance. When circulation improves, not only does the body respond better, but there is also a greater emotional connection and presence in intimate moments. In addition, garlic acts as a powerful natural anti-inflammatory. Over the years, persistent inflammatory processes develop that harden the arteries and hamper the proper blood flow. By combating that persistent inflammation that usually goes unnoticed, garlic makes it easier for the blood to flow freely to the muscles, vital organs, and also the most sensitive areas related to intimacy. Integrating garlic in your daily diet can make a difference. If you are not familiar with raw garlic, a good way to start is by roasting a whole head in the oven with a little olive oil. This softens its texture and gives it a sweeter flavor, ideal to spread on wholemeal bread or combine with steamed cooked vegetables. Another easy way to take advantage of its benefits is to chop a clove of garlic and add it to your seasonings, soups, or favorite sauces. An important detail: let the chopped garlic rest for at least a minute before cooking it. That short break activates the formation of allicin, its most powerful compound. It seems to you that all this sounds too simple to be really useful. I invite you to reconsider it, because the next vegetable not only favors circulation, it can also awaken desire in a completely natural way. For centuries, many cultures associated it with male strength, and today's science begins to reveal why. The 4th vegetable is celery, a silent ally of circulation. It is probably not the first thing that comes to mind when you think about improving your intimate life, right? It is often taken as a joke, as if it were just a light food without great value, but that is far from reality. Especially for men over 60 who want to reconnect with their vitality and strengthen their bond with their partner. Let me tell you a real story. A 66-year-old man, whom I will call Richard, shared something very honest with me. Mentally, he felt connected to his partner, but his body did not always respond as he wished. "It is like having the spark lit," he told me, "but the engine does not start." I proposed a simple solution to him: to incorporate 2 branches of celery into his morning routine. either in the form of fresh juice or simply as a snack between meals. At first, he gave me a skeptical look, but decided to try it. 3 weeks later, Richard returned with a different attitude. He felt more vital, his blood pressure had improved slightly, and he noticed a closer connection with his partner. And what is the celery that makes it so special? It contains substances called acetylide, which favor the relaxation of the muscles around the arteries. When this happens, the blood circulates more freely, transporting oxygen and nutrients just where the body needs it most. In men over 60, whose blood vessels tend to become more rigid over time, this can make a big difference, making intimacy feel more fluid and spontaneous. In addition, celery provides a powerful combination of magnesium, potassium, and a high content of nutrient water, key to keeping the heart in good condition and helping the body to naturally eliminate excess sodium. If you suffer from slightly elevated blood pressure or simply feel without energy, celery can work as a natural purifier, helping the body to get rid of what is left over. But that's not all. There is an interesting detail related to desire. Celery contains apigenin, a plant compound that can help maintain balanced levels of testosterone naturally. When your hormone levels are in balance and your arteries are free of obstructions, that spark you thought was lost can come on again more easily than you imagine. Let's take a moment to recap. We have explored 4 key vegetables: beetroot, spinach, garlic, and celery, and how each of them can transform your circulatory health and give you back a vital energy you thought was lost. But beyond data and nutrients, there is something even deeper and more valuable. Let's take a moment to reflect on it. The power of food as a tool to heal the intimate connection. Throughout the years, I have accompanied thousands of mature men. Some came full of frustration or with a feeling of silent shame. Others simply had accepted that this is how it is in old age. But over time, I understood an essential truth. Talking about intimacy after 60 is usually a delicate matter, almost as if it is something that must be assumed in silence, when the body no longer responds as before. But the truth is that it does not have to be that way. I do not affirm it only from my medical background, but from the experience of having seen real transformations in the lives of many men. When you decide to nourish yourself with intention, and you begin to see your food as a tool of well-being, everything changes your body. It responds differently. Your mind becomes clearer, and your emotional bonds deepen. Each of the 4 vegetables we have seen has a direct impact on circulation. Yes, but its true power is in something bigger. In reactivating an inner energy that is not measured with numbers, but with the way in which you come back to live fully. They return the heat to your hands, awaken the spirit, and rekindle that spark that makes intimacy flow naturally without effort or frustration. Look at it as if your body has not lost its ability to connect. It just needs the right conditions to do it again. Medications can offer immediate relief, but they rarely attack the root of the problem, such as poor circulation or persistent inflammation. On the other hand, spinach, garlic, and celery can make a difference from the inside in a lasting and natural way. They act from the inside by supporting not only the physical response, but also the emotional disposition to truly connect. If they ever made you believe that with age, intimacy simply disappears, I want to offer you another perspective. Aging is natural, but it does not mean losing the ability to feel, to enjoy, or to connect deeply. Sometimes it all starts with a simple gesture, opening the refrigerator, consciously choosing a vegetable, and taking that first step towards a more alive version of yourself. I am going to nourish my body with what really does it good to feel full of life again. A fuller life, one step at a time, starting with what I put on my plate. And now that we have reached the end of this shared moment, I want to put aside the data and talk to you in person. Maybe you have also asked yourself in silence, why I no longer feel that spark from before. If so, let me tell you, you're still in time. This can mark a new beginning. Maybe you have felt a certain disillusion in silence, wondering why that spark from before seems to have faded. I want to remind you of something important. It has not been lost. You just need to feed it with intention. I have seen over and over again how small daily changes in the way you feed yourself can not only restore vitality, but also security in yourself and the deepest connection. It is true that aging brings with it transformations, but that does not mean that you must give up feeling alive, connected, and full of warmth. Everything starts from a fundamental base, a good circulation. When the blood flows freely, your organs receive what your muscles need. They are filled with strength, and each cell of the body regains its essential energy. When the circulation is affected, everything can become slower. The energy goes down, the emotions go out, and the connections cool down. But by improving the blood flow, something changes. You regain the impulse to share a dance with your partner, go out for a walk under the stars, or give yourself completely to those intimate moments that strengthen the bond. And the best thing is that you can reactivate that vitality in a completely natural way. You can start with 4 simple but powerful ingredients. Spinach, with its high content of nitrates, favors the production of nitric oxide, helping the arteries to remain flexible and active. Spinach, loaded with essential nutrients, supports both cardiovascular health and hormonal balance. Garlic, on the other hand, acts as a natural purifier that fights inflammation and softens arterial walls, facilitating a more efficient blood flow. Cucumber, although simple and crunchy, hides a great potential. It contains compounds that help stabilize blood pressure, support the natural production of testosterone, and stimulate healthy circulation. It may seem like a modest food, but it has marked a before and after in the lives of many men who believed they had left behind their best years. I have witnessed how, by regaining energy and vitality, many rediscover a renewed sense of purpose and reconnect with love and life with more intensity than ever. I am convinced that what we eat has the power to transform not only our body, but also the story we tell about ourselves. It is not simply about adding nutrients, but about making decisions that bring us closer to a life with more well-being, purpose, and connection. Each meal is an opportunity to move towards a more complete version of yourself. A life where closeness, vitality, and love have a real and present place again. Finally, tonight I consider taking a different step. Perhaps you prepare some baked remolaches, some spinach sautéed with a touch of garlic, or you add fresh celery to your breakfast. More than a meal, think of it as a gesture towards your well-being, a way to reconnect with your body and those you love. Because in every choice, in every bite, there is a possibility to say yes to a life with more energy, more closeness, and more meaning. The simple fact that you are here already says a lot. You care about your well-being and the value of your relationships. I want to recognize that commitment and remind you of something important. The best is yet to come. With the right knowledge and constant small steps, you can transform your life from the most essential. So I offer you a proposal. Choose one of these 4 vegetables and make it part of your next meal. It is a small gesture, but with a powerful impact. Pay attention to how you feel later, not only in your body, but also in your mind and in your soul. And if this content has been useful to you, I would appreciate it if you subscribe, activate the notifications, and share it with someone who could benefit from improving their circulatory health and regaining confidence. And now, if you have decided to take that first real step towards better circulation, a deeper connection, and a more meaningful life after 60, write in the comments. I am ready. Let's follow this path together, sharing and growing step by step. Because if a 72-year-old man managed to transform his intimate life with just adjusting 4 ingredients in his diet, imagine what you could also achieve. Thank you for being here today. I am the doctor, Mario Alonso Puig, and I wish you a life full of vitality, emotional closeness, and that deep energy that you deserve today and in each stage that comes.